Hi, everyone, and welcome to my presentation on gender roles within the family. So, I just want to preface that I will be focusing on heterosexual, more quote unquote traditional marriages because I really want to highlight the inequality between men and women and their gender roles. So, what are gender roles? So, gender roles are a set of behaviors or patterns that are stereotypically perceived as masculine or feminine. So, while gender roles are not always unhealthy, they typically are based on stereotypes, which is a generalization about members of a group. So, stereotypical gender roles for women include homemaking and taking on a more submissive and supportive role, also being emotional and conforming to beauty standards. Whereas men typically are considered to be the provider, breadwinner, emotionally attached, and less involved in labor at home. So, why are gender roles harmful? Gender roles are harmful because they're unequal and can cause dangerous situations. So, in this example, a married woman who is in a more traditional marriage, they might be expected to obey their husbands, resulting in a loss of autonomy. So, many women end up in abusive situations because there is so much room to do so and for, an abuser to take control. Another example is when men are abused by women, um, they're expected to be more logical and strong, so they could be considered weak, which is untrue because abuse has so much more to do with power and control and is very psychologically damaging. So, this all is done through a process called socialization. Socialization is a process by which individuals internalize elements of the social structure. It's not something that we're just born with, and it's not just downloadable information. We don't just wake up with all this information. It's something that we accumulate through experiences and interactions to our day to day. So, how do gender roles affect families? Well, in heterosexual marriages, like we said, it places an unequal dynamic between husband and wife, once again reiterating that women are more unpaid. Women are more likely to take on unpaid housework, and men are more likely to spend more time at outside work and actually getting paid for it. Childhood is where the socialization process begins. It's taught by parents knowingly or even unknowingly. So children often imitate their parents and make the connection that their parents are taking on their gender roles pretty early on. Children toys are often coded by colors and gendered tasks, and children might also take on chores like a girl might do the dishes and a boy might take out the trash. Other ways that gender roles can be implemented within the family is through finances and decision making, both which would be controlled by the husband because they are head of household and a woman may rely on them to do so. Whereas women are expected to do most of the emotional labor, and when it comes to parenting, mothers are expected to be nurturing, and once again, fathers are expected to be detached. So, in what ways can we end gender role and stereotypes within families? So, we should start with childhood. Let toys be without gender, and also with the chores. Show children that other adults can be can exist outside the gender binary. So, a firefighter who's a woman or a caregiver who is a man. Continue to gain skills that are enjoyable and not just because it's expected of a certain gender. So, women can do more of the quote unquote dirty jobs like plumbing because they enjoy it, or a man can learn to cook because they enjoy that. Acknowledge that any gender can experience abuse, promote gender equality, and advocate for policies that are promoting gender equality. So, just to close off, I really just wanted to share my story with gender roles. So, growing up, I was super close with my brother, and I just wanted to be just like him. So, we played video games together, we wrestled, we played in dirt, we did a lot of quote unquote masculine things. And by the time I got to the age of 11 or 12, my family started to say, hey, that's not very ladylike. And hey, you should be more into feminine things. And there were feminine things that I enjoyed, but I wanted to have both. I wanted to enjoy both. So suddenly I was being told that masculine was bad and feminine was good. So I gave up a lot of the things that I really enjoyed doing. And I focused more on my femininity, like my hair and my makeup. Well, as I got older, I still love doing my hair and makeup, but I realized that I still also enjoy those quote unquote masculine things, like playing video games, which really isn't more masculine, but it is considered a more boyish hobby. Or I don't really wrestle around in the dirt anymore. But, there's lots of things that could also be considered masculine that I love. Um, Also, as an adult, I identify with being gender non binary. I use she, they pronouns, and that's what I feel most comfortable in. Um, I get to express both my masculine and feminine, and I definitely feel the most comfortable I've been in my entire life. So I just wanted to close out that and just wanted to say thank you for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you.